So welcome everyone. This is going to be a brief overview of Canva. Now, hopefully everybody can see my screen. This is the thing about Canva is I used to be the person here at the library that people would come to me and they would ask me, Sal, can you create a flyer for our program, or can you help create a banner for this program, or we're having a social media um, campaign on Facebook. Can you help us make a nice image for our social media campaign? And I used to be the go-to person, and I loved it because I love doing this stuff. In a former life, I worked for an advertising agency. I've done graphic design in the past, all that good stuff. The thing is that then this Canva came out and pretty much put me out of a job. Because now you are able to, with very little graphic art background, you're able to create really beautiful and effective marketing materials for your small business. Now, that being said, I think it's very important to consider the fact that a graphic designer, a brand specialist, is important. I'm not going to say that Canva is going to replace having an actual person help you and guide you with your branding and guide you with your marketing materials and whatnot. That being said, if you don't have the budget and you need something right away, there's a lot of times if you're dealing with a graphic artist, or if you're dealing with a marketing company, it's not something that you can get right away. What's great about this is that you can come here, do something quick, make it look great without putting too much effort into it. So today we're going to show you some of the features of Canva. Now, we here at the Miller Center, we're always trying to push the free services. And thankfully, Canva does have a free package. It's not as robust as what I'm about to show you, which is the pro version of Canva. But, for us to get started, I think it's great. So you can most certainly today, after this program, go to canva.com, sign up for a free account, and use their free version of Canva. The pro version, which you'll see is indicated by this kind of this royal crown here. The pro version, you can see it there, it comes with a lot more apps and a lot more goodies. Okay. Specifically, it comes with a lot of photos, videos, elements that you would want to use for your designs. Now, the pro version, as far as I can tell, is about $10 a month. If you pay for the year, I believe it's $120, which is not terrible. So I think that, if when you're comparing it to, you can see here, Canva Pro is $119 for one person. Most of you are probably sole proprietorships. Single users. There's nothing that says you can't share this with someone in your office. Give them your username and password. I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do, but I'm just saying that's a good price considering what features there are. Okay, but you can see here, Canva Free has all the, it's got 250,000 templates. It's got these design types, and it's 1+ million free photos and graphics, compared to 100+ million graphics, and then also the videos and the audio, which, and let me tell you, the videos really come in handy with that. Cindy asks, can you use Canva to create journal ads? Cindy, can you just maybe clarify a little bit? So you're saying like advertisements that you would put in like newspapers? Because yes, we absolutely use Canva here at the library to do that. So yes, you can use Canva. The Canva output, the file output is going to be high, excuse me, high quality PDF for printing. And Canva also is going to offer you, just so you know, because everybody's in business to make money. Canva is also going to offer you the option of having them print it for you as well. And you'll see when I create a a document here, you're going to see it's going to ask, you know, do you want us to pay that? Cindy says, for golf outings, charity events, absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, Cindy, thank you so much, because that's what we'll do today. We're going to make a flyer for a golf outing for a charity event. How's that? That sounds good. Just give you a little idea here. Let's go over some real estate first, though. On our screen here. So we are again in the pro version. This is the library's account that you're going to be seeing here. And you have these links that go to your projects, that go to their templates, something called Brand Hub, which I'm going to show you in a moment, which is really fantastic. There's apps. I'm going to show you a couple of the apps that obviously, because what's the big thing nowadays? Artificial intelligence and AI. So some of these apps are really freaky, what they can do. As well as, you know, if you star anything, like if you're working on a project and you're constantly going back to that project, you can star it and it'll show up here on the first page. Okay. This is the new version of Canva. Like I said, this does a lot of AI. So that's what they're saying. Discover a new magical new era. So you can search content here if you want to, just jump right in. And this also is your content as well. So when you start typing here, if I were to start typing like business, for example, we have the templates of all the different things that might have to do with business. So I could do a search for, you know, a business template, maybe flyers, maybe, you know, a brochure or presentations. You know, Canva does presentations a la PowerPoint and whatnot. And I got to be frank, the Canva presentations are a little more robust in the features. Or if I type in business, I could be maybe looking for like a size that I'm working on. So a business card or so on and so forth. And you can see there's over 270,000 templates here with some suggestions. Or when you can click on projects, and now you're going to see I should say the library's projects that have that name business in it. So my Strictly Business flyers, outreach. I did a flyer for one of our displays here, and it's called Smart Business. So you can see how that works there. Okay, so that's where you're going to search. Alternatively, you have these kind of jumping off points, and this is kind of like the idea board for Canva. And you can just click on here, and it kind of gives you an idea of all the different things you can do with Canva. Video is huge here. And again, this is the reason why I kind of like the pro version, is because there is so much stock video here and it's all royalty free, which means if you want to make a video for YouTube, like a little interstitial or a little ad or something, and you don't want to go out there and hire a video production company to do it for you, you can come here and search for the pre-made videos and do maybe some text, some custom text of your own, and maybe a voiceover, and you can make yourself a nice little video here, an ad on YouTube or on Facebook or LinkedIn. You could see, this is the other great thing about Canva, you know, and I got this question a lot of times. And the question was, you know, what's the size that I need for a TikTok video? What's the size that I need for a Facebook post or a Twitter post? Because then you have to go back and, all right, what is that size? Is it 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels? What is it? So there's all this thing. And that was, again, a question that I used to be asked a lot. But now I can come here. I can go to social media, for example, and I want to do an Instagram post, and I can see it's already set up. This is the standard Instagram post, 1080 by 1080. I can click on it, start it up, and then go from there. So the sizes are also built in here as well. Print products, and you can kind of see that you could do custom envelopes. You can even design web pages here, in addition to everything else. Okay. So there's a lot of idea boards here, and there's a lot of hand holding, for the lack of a better term, and guided ways of creating your items. And then, of course, on your homepage, all your recent designs are going to be down here as well. So anything that we were working on here at the library right now, will be here. Just to show you, for example, yesterday I was working on an intro to a video. And this is what it looks like. It's got some nice animated things here. I can print it for you. And we inserted this inside of a video that was already recorded. It's the front end of the video, the introduction. I can play it for you here, and you can see it's a nice little thing for our history bites. And you can adjust, in this case, I adjusted the timing, the 26 seconds here for this last section, because my colleague was doing a voiceover and we needed to fill this space, which was about 29 seconds total. So you can see here's the total time here. So that's a video, for example, that I was working on. And another thing that I like to use Canva for, and we've seen a lot of really great response to it, is when you go to YouTube and you look at that first page and you have all those thumbnails, you want something to really, pop out. So we started using Canva here to actually create our thumbnails for our podcast. And we saw a 50% increase in click-throughs. So it just goes to show you what a good thumbnail does to your YouTube videos. Because right now, YouTube automatically selects a thumbnail if you don't do anything. But in this case, we were able to create a thumbnail. And again, this took me 5 minutes, maybe not even 5 minutes to create the thumbnail. And when it came to creating the thumbnail, it was just a matter of me going to our homepage here in Canva, selecting or doing a search here for thumbnail. And then you see here, YouTube thumbnail. It says it's 1280 by 720, which is HD size, but it's 1280 by 720. And then they have these suggested templates here as well. So let's say I do want to create a thumbnail. I just type in thumbnail. I could type in YouTube thumbnail, but I can click on these suggestions. And these are all the suggestions for those YouTube thumbnails. But here's what's great about it. You can customize any of this. Any of this is customizable. Okay. So for example, I can go maximize your financial success here. I can click on this one, say customize this template. It comes up here. And let's say I want to put my picture here. I don't have a picture myself, but I can take that picture out and put something else here. Okay. And perhaps this has nothing to do. It's just about, join us for our charity event. Okay. And then let's say I can come here to elements, because that's what they call the things that you can add here. And I can search for golf cart, right? And these are just kind of different graphics of golf carts. Now, I do want to point out here, because we are on the pro feature here. Let's go back up here. This is this golf cart and this golf cart. Those are the free golf carts. You see those? They don't have this pro icon next to them. So just a shout out there, just to make a point that, there are many more choices when it comes to the clip art and the elements here. But so I took that poor gentleman, I took him out, but I want to put this golf cart in. So I just click on the golf cart, I drag it, make it bigger, You can see how easy this is, folks. I mean, this is really easy. And there it is. And now I took that financial piece and I made it into my own. Maybe these are not my brand colors, this red. So I can actually click on the background here and you can see this shows up top here. Click on that and change this to our brand colors. So these are our brand colors. I'm going to talk about brand in a moment. These are our brand colors. So I can choose this blue, for example. Come on. Am I locked? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's go back and see what happened there. Little hiccup there. What happened with that? There we go. You know what? I'm in a gradient. That's the issue. I'm in a gradient. This is not just a straight color here. See, this one's a straight color. This is a gradient. You got to get the idea here. But with this one, it is a gradient. So you can actually, that's what it was. You can actually adjust the gradient on this and the tinting and whatnot. You can see that because it is one of these. It is not a straight color. So if I wanted to, I could just take that out like that. Take the gradient out altogether and just have my brand color there. So I just hit delete on my keyboard. But you get the idea. Okay. So that's one thing is the YouTube, you know, you could see how easy it is. But let's, so I mentioned we were going to do a flyer. So let's say, okay, I want to do a flyer for a charity golf outing event. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on create a design. Okay. And I'm just going to type in flyer. All right. So we have these different flyers here and we want a full flyer. We want an 8.5 by 11. So I can, as you can see, as I scroll through here, it says 8.5 by 11, which is the, page size. So I click on that. And now I'm in the flyer blank. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to search for the template. I'm going to say charity flyers. Look at that. Boom. Let's see if I can even go there's a golf charity. Yeah, look at that. You see how great this is, folks? I love using Canva. Canva is just amazing. I mean, it put me out of a job, but it's great. So we would come through here and we would say, okay, which is the one that I like the best? You see, there's so many here. Okay, you have some that are just charity events. You have some that just say golf. Okay, kind of like this one for now. Just tap on it or click on it, excuse me, and it populates the page for you. Now, everything inside of here, we are able to, edit. Okay. So for example, this says your logo presents. So we can change this to say, the library. Just a little closer here. Library presents. And this says golf opening. We could just say, golf for charity. That doesn't fit. That's fine. I'll highlight it. We're going to just use this button here to make it a little smaller. And change, supporting our local businesses over here. And we can say, grand prize, $500. Take this out here. Or a $500 Visa gift card. And we can change the dates. You can see I'm just going in there and I'm doing that. For more information, please visit our website. We'll just keep that there. Main building. Perfect. That's whatever. All right. And this outside here, again, I want to click on that. I want to use my brand color, which is the blue. So I'll click on that and it changes it to blue. And you could see in that little bit of time that I spent, I was able to edit this existing flyer and make it my own. But let's say I want to have my logo here. So you can, if you look here on the left, you can upload anything that you want here. You can upload photos, you can upload your logos. So let's say I want to put the Miller logo there. I'm just going to search for Miller. Now I'm searching inside my folder here. So you could see we do have some Miller related logos. I could also type in logo. We have different logos here as well. Here's the library logo. I want to insert it. I just click on it. There it is. And I can resize this. I can put it anywhere I want. So now I put it up here and you can see it's not super legible. So if I click on it, now this was just my logo that I uploaded. If I click on it and I say edit photo, I now can adjust different things, right? Like to make it maybe more legible. Let's see here. Change the tint. Or what I could do better. So I could just run it through a filter. Make it mono. Like that. It's a little more, not quite my colors, but a little easier to see. Okay. You want to put something in like this. This is a much better logo. It kind of jumps out a little better. Maybe I want to put my logo right on top of the golf ball. Like that. You get the idea. And there you go. Now, I want to download this and I want to download it so I can print it. If I want to download it and print it in-house, I can click on the share button, click on download. And now I have all these different formats that I can download this as even in the Pro feature as an SVG, which is for websites. And you'll see here videos. We're going to talk about videos in a moment. Most of the time, people are using PNGs for like websites and whatnot. If I was going to print this out, I would select print, and then I would download it, and then I can send that to a printer. Of course, I can click print flyers, and then the Canva sales department will take over and ask you, how many do you want, so on and so forth. So that was the flyer setting up. And now we can go back here and we can change this design. We could do something else. It really is all amazing stuff here. It's really good. And also it tells you the template style. So again, a graphic artist would probably know to keep all the fonts in the same font family, to know the color palette based on, the proper color palette. So, this does that part of it for you, which really is remarkable, considering you really don't need any graphic design background to do that. So any questions so far, please use the Q&A. The chat, unfortunately, is not working this morning for some reason, but you can use the Q&A if there's any questions. And the next thing I'm going to show you is the video. I'm just going to pause here for a moment. Okay. So we're going to create a blank video here. I'm going to click on video. And again, it's already formatted for video, which in this case you can see is 16:9, which is the widescreen. Okay. And then when we come here, we're going to insert the elements that we want. Let's say we're doing a video about, I don't know. I'm going to go to elements. And let's say we're doing a video about, well, about golf. We'll just say golf here. Do a search. And then I click on videos. So now these are all going to be videos of golfers or golf. Okay. And again, these are all royalty free. So let's say I want to have like a voice. I want to do a voiceover, like a little commercial on YouTube. And this is, I mean, it's really easy. So I can grab this and click on it. And I need to just drag it out to the size here. And we have the video of this guy golfing. And then now for the next page, maybe we want to say, we want to do our kind of our join us. So golf charity, we'll bring golf charity back. And let's see, we'll pick this one. Get on there. All right, join us for our golf outing. And maybe I'm going to put my logo here. So I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to say elements. Oops, sorry. Got to go to my uploads. Sorry about that. Elements logo. And put that there. This. So we'll start that up. You can see it does like a nice little animation for us. We can actually start from the beginning. So this is what it would look like. And maybe we have a like, are you a golfer? Do you want to support the library? Well, have we got news for you? Join us for a golf outing. Da, 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 da. You kind of get the idea here. And you can see here, we could see the total time now that's happening. So maybe after this, I want to show, say, golf cart, maybe a golf cart driving through here. Go to videos and click on this. And you can also drag and drop this in too. So you have a nice little B-roll. This is called B-roll, B-roll of a golf cart. And just so you know, what's great about this is that you can superimpose anything over the video as well. Okay, so the question is, hi, how do you do the voice over? So what you would do is you'd record it separately. You would record it separately. What I suggest, I should say, is that you record it separately. So I'm sorry, the question was, how do you do the voiceover? So you would record it separately as an MP3, for example. You can use your phone, actually. You can use your iPhone to record that, save that file, and then upload the file here, and then you would drop it into the playback deck here. So let's see here. So you would take this would be your audio that you'd upload, and then you drop it in here. And I don't know if the audio is going to work. Catherine, you don't need an iPhone. Do you have any phone? Do you have like an Android phone? Because you don't need an iPhone. Anything that you can record. You can even well, how about this, Catherine? You can reserve starting next month. You can reserve time in our wonderful podcast studio downstairs in the innovation space here at the library. Okay, so you do have an Android phone. But yeah, so you would do that, and you could see what I did here. Anyway, I was saying reserve the space, and then you can record your voiceovers. So I just dragged and dropped it, and I don't know if you can hear this, but it's playing music right now. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but was playing music. And that's where you would put your voiceover. Okay. And what's great about this is that it automatically sized this. You could see the rest of the audio goes here, but it automatically sized this for us for this specific thing. And I do believe you can do multiple tracks. So you can have your music track, again, royalty-free music here on Canva. Drop the music that you like in here. So you could search audio. So you can do like upbeat, or you could do corporate upbeat. And these are all the corporate upbeat audio. You drag that down here. You drag your audio down here, and you have audio and video and music all on this online program here for $120 a year, right? This is amazing. It really is amazing. And you can also, just so you know, you can also adjust the audio here as well. You know, the volume, that's, so you can mix it as well. Add audio effects. You could do fade in, you could fade out, all that good stuff. So, you know, this again is something that you could just come here, put it together really quick. You can see how quick I did this, you know, and it's just a matter of uploading things to the site that you're going to use, your elements. Okay. All right. Now I do want to talk about, I'm just clearing this up here. So if you have any of the questions, again, thank you for asking the questions using the Q&A. Let's talk about your brand hub. So brand hub is your logos. Okay. And what's great about this is that what Canva does is all the logos that you're uploading to Canva. So when you're coming back here and you're doing a project and you're going to your uploads, you're clicking on uploads. And these are our uploads, for example. As you're uploading items, so I'm going to click upload here. And I'm going to go take this lovely picture of the podcast team here in the studio, click on upload. Now this item, this photo, is always going to be available to us when making our projects. Okay, so this could be your logo, this could be a photo of your event, this could be whatever you want. And in addition to having your photo there, you can also edit it and add effects to it as well. So maybe, you know, you want it to look a little washed out, or, you know, soften it up, or make it in black and white, or do some crazy color things here with it. So it has all that photo editing as well, that you can, you know, use it in your designs. So if you have a design that's all funky and it's got like this steampunk look to it, or something like that, you can go into the actual photo and adjust it accordingly, and then use it inside your design. As you're uploading, especially your logos, as you're uploading your brand things, your brand items, your brand images, what's happening is Canva is learning about you and learning about your logos. And it creates this thing called Brand Hub. And this is your brand kit. And what it does is it remembers your colors, especially your colors and your palettes of all your brands. So if you're uploading logos for your business, Canva is going to take those logos and pull them out, the colors, pull the colors out. So this way, when you're creating designs, it's going to suggest that you use your brand colors for the text. And what that does is it creates this cohesive looking, very nicely stylized design that's not all over the place. And it's what, frankly, what a graphic artist would probably suggest or go with. Okay, Mark has a question. Will Canva save any of the images you choose from their offerings so you don't have to search again and not remember what you have looked at and chosen? That's a good question. I do believe that you are able to, you're able to star to favorite the things that you've chosen. So if I come here, and you come here, do you see there's this little button here, kind of these three dots? Click on that three dots and then star it. And now it's going to be in your starred folder. So the starred folder down here will have all the stuff that you like. Okay. So it's part of your toolbar. Another question. How does Canva know it's a logo and not just an image when you uploaded? It's AI. That's what it is. It's artificial intelligence. And yeah, so it knows. It does. Yeah, it does that. It knows. It works on that. Now, it's not just going to. I will say this though, it's not just going to do that for your. When you choose a photo, let's just say this. So the logos, it does recognize logos, and that's how it starts the quote unquote brand hub. However, when you, especially if you name it logo, by the way. However, when you're working on a project, so I'm going to create a new design here. So say create design. We'll just do Facebook post. And again, this is a Facebook post. I did not have to know Facebook's dimensions to do this. So I just click on Facebook post. So now if I'm bringing in, for example, a picture. So let's say I want to bring this picture in. So I click on it. And we'll just put it in this upper section here. Now, when I'm going to add text, for example, right? And I'm just going to add custom text. I click on here for this particular one. Oh, and by the way, did I mention when you come here and you go to fonts, there are so many fonts here, so many great fonts. So all these different types of fonts. I'll change that. So when we go here, when you're going now to choose your color, all of our brand colors are going to show up. But see, if when I come to the bottom, it also is picking colors out of the photo. So I can click on this color, for example, and now it's picked one of these colors out, probably from the table here. And again, it makes it more cohesive. It makes it more connected, your designs. So it's more pleasing to the eye. It makes more sense from a graphic design standpoint. The question, a couple more questions here. Okay, how can you upload a logo and make it transparent and apply it to the post? There are filters and apps that are in Canva that will help you remove the backgrounds of your images. So hopefully I'll have time to show you that. Another question, when are you working on when you were working on a project and it is shared with others and you have Pro, but they don't, can they still use the Pro features? That is a very good question. I am not certain of that. I think with the collaboration on that, what I would do is if it's someone inside your organization, I would just share your username and password. You can have 2 simultaneous logins on that. Otherwise, I don't believe that they'll be able to edit using the Pro features. They also have to have a Pro. I see the resize button up top. Can you easily change a flyer to a Facebook post? Oh, thank you, Jeanette, for asking that question. Yes, you can. And it's so great. Let me show you. Like I said, this was was the kind of thing that when it happened, when this came out, and by the way, this is like version 2.0, this magic version. They just came out with all this AI stuff. But when it first came out, it was just, so amazing. It's just ridiculous. Let's go to this. This is for our digital sign here at the this is for a digital sign here at the library. Let me just fix this. Okay. Digital sign here at the library. So we have these TVs that are put on their portrait instead of landscape. So this is just for the digital sign. It's 720 by 1280. So now let's say I want to make this into an 8.5 by 11 flyer. Now it's not, okay, so I'll show you what happens. And again, the resize is a pro feature. So up here in the corner, you can see there's a button that says resize. It does have that crown, which means it is a pro feature. So I tap on that and it's going to ask me, what do I want to send it to? And I can show more and I can go through this whole thing here. So I can change this to an infographic. I could change this into a note card, brochure, whatever. And in this case, I'm going to just choose flyer 8.5 by 11. I can either resize it without making a copy, not suggested, or I can just hit copy and resize. And when I do, let me just, sorry, what's the pop-ups? What are you doing to me? Edit. Just give me a moment here, folks. I need to allow pop-ups here in Safari. Let's see. It's not coming up though. All right. Bear with me just one moment, folks. This is not letting me do pop-ups. But yes, so what would happen is it would let me do it, but I would have to move everything around. I'm sorry that a little icon's supposed to come up here and let me do this. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, go back to where I was. Settings for Canva. Enable content blockers. I'm going to turn that off and see what happens. Resize, flyer, copy and resize. No, it's not coming up though. It's not. I don't see that pop up is coming up. Anyway, yeah. So what would happen was it would come up, it would resize, but I would have to move everything around to make it fit. And I'm sorry it's not showing it to you here, but you have to move it around to make it fit. So it would make the screen larger, make the item larger, and I would just have to drag things and kind of spread them out. But all the formatting, all the images, all of the fonts would all be the same. Question, if you're planning a website, do you need to find out the capacity of the hosting first before you begin to use Canva? Probably not. Most of the websites are going to give you enough to do whatever you want to do on there for basic stuff. So that's another question, was about the websites. I want to show you where we need to kind of wrap this up. And again, I am going to, again, my email address I will put in at the end of the presentation. But you will, so as Catherine says, how come I can't see the other questions? Because unfortunately, it's the Q&A is not showing up for everybody, but I'm trying to say all the questions. So every question that comes in, I am answering. So I apologize for that, and I'm sorry for the chat issues today. Okay, so I did want to show you at least one of the AI features here. So I'm going to show you something that's pretty remarkable. And this is something that used to be something that you would have to spend a lot of money and use like a Photoshop or Illustrator or something like that. So especially like specifically Photoshop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just create an image here. I'm just doing like 1,000 by 1,000 pixels. And you can do anything custom here as far as size for the workspace and for your image. I'm going to find a photo. People on beach. And I like this photo here. Okay. And here's a nice photo of people on the beach. I'm going to say edit photo. And I'm going to choose magic eraser. because I don't want these people on my beach. Now, before I do this, let me just say that this is a brand new technology. But basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of paint over the people like this. Cross our fingers. And the people are gone. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, you can erase people, you can erase things. It's pretty wild. So Cindy asks, is this being recorded and will it be emailed to all of us? I won't, it is being recorded. And what I'm going to do is at the very end of the presentation, I'm going to put on the screen where you'll be able to watch it. I won't be able to email everyone. I mean, I could email everyone, but because what do we have here? 24? Yeah, I could probably email everyone today. But this won't be up until either later today or tomorrow afternoon, but it'll be on our YouTube page. But it is that amazing, folks. I took those people away. This comes in handy sometimes when you're doing things. Perhaps you had someone in your photo that wasn't supposed to be there, or like a light pole or anything like that. You can take them out of the photo using the magic eraser. Let's try something else. What I like doing actually is I like trying to see, how well it does things. Like some of this stuff is probably going to be, we're not going to be able to, I want to trick it is what I want. I want to kind of like get it. So let's try this. Let's say I want to put something else in this plate. I don't want this little cake thing. So again, we're going to do magic eraser. And for magic eraser, I'm going to go like this. This. See if we could take the first part out. See, there's a little shadow there. It did okay. It did all right. Not exactly perfect, but you know what? In the 30 seconds that I'm doing here, that's actually pretty remarkable. Make the brush size smaller so I can get in between like that. Yeah, not so much, but not bad either. Okay. Now, look, I want to point something out to you. Something that's very, and you can see these are the other special tools that are in beta right now, or pro, and so on and so forth, that you could do autofocus, you could do blur, you can do duotone. So there's a lot of different features. Photoshop is very expensive. Illustrator is very expensive. This, at the end of the day, when you think about it, for $120 a year, this is a phenomenal deal, considering I've been doing all this stuff myself, but there are, these are all, there's a lot of things here that, you could do without knowing what, half of what you need to know. So for example, like this, for example, again, this is the AI. So if I wanted to say, I want a bear eating a car. Let's see. Let's see if this works here. Use an existing design or projects. Yes. Okay. No, I want to use a news design. I want to show you this app. Text to image. Here we go. I don't know why it's not letting me use a new design. Oh, okay. Here we go. Earth Day card. All right. So I'm going to say bear eating a car. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it's unsafe. They don't want me doing bear eating car. Okay. How about a bear reading a newspaper? How about that? That's safe, right? That's not going to offend anyone. A bear reading a newspaper. There you go. There's a bear reading newspaper. And this is all AI, folks. This is all created using AI. This is not, you know, this is a, airplane landing in, oh, see, I was going to say airplane landing in a field, but it'd probably say, oh, no, that's dangerous. Say buildings made out of candy. Yeah, try that one, robot. And again, this, yeah, look at there. There you go. Not bad. Not bad. Not quite what I was thinking, but better than nothing. And this is all created, by the way, by AI. These are not existing. These are not existing images. These are images that are being created on the fly by AI. So if I were to do that again, I shouldn't get the same set of pictures because it's going to restart itself. And yeah, and it does, and it restarts itself and comes up with different ideas based on my description. Library filled with chocolate. That's my favorite library. So again, this is all doing this on the fly. It's using AI. It's using images from the internet. It's putting them together. It's compiling them together. I don't see really chocolate here, but it did create a nice looking library. That's for sure. And again, you just click on it to add it. But you get the idea. Another question. The question is, can you easily add to a photo too? What do you mean add to a photo, like edit a photo or add on top of a photo? Yes. But you would have to do a couple of steps in order to make it look photoshopped, I guess is the proper term. So it's possible. It might be a little clunky right now, but yes, you can add someone to a photo. What you would do is you would take an existing photo, upload it to Canva like we're doing here. Then we would go to the app. And in this case, I would say remove the background. So now I took the C out of this photo. And then I can take this and place this on top of another photo. Well, that was a video. Let's just say desert. And then I would take this and then put these people in the desert like this. You get the idea. So it's multiple steps that I would have to take. I would have to take a photo, take the background out of the initial photo in Canva, put that on the canvas here, then take my new background, place that in, and then put them inside there, and you can resize this too, and kind of put them like that. Kind of makes it look like they're off in the distance. So it's really remarkable stuff. So I could probably sit here all day long and do this, and we can all have fun, but it's really meant to be just an introduction of what Canva can do and how great Canva is. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the address of where you'll be able to see this video. And it's funny, if you're watching this video now on YouTube, that's a very meta, but this is where you're watching millerbusinesscenter.tv, as well as my email address. If you have any questions or want to go a little deeper into this, you can make an appointment to sit down with me, and we'll sit down and we'll go over some other Canva stuff. So I will we'll just do any more questions in the Q&A. I think I hit everything that was already asked. Where can we learn more? Yes. So again, you can reach out to me on my email address, and we can make a one-on-one appointment. I'll tell you that's probably going to be not next week. It's probably going to be the week after, as far as my availability. I have a couple of spots available, or um, I highly recommend doing a YouTube video search for using Canva, because there's a million of them out there. And as well as going to canva.com. If you go to canva.com and up here, there's this learn button. They have the tutorials and courses right here, and I don't believe you have to pay for them. You could just go on there and just say start course and just follow that. So Canva also has a great, you know, in their on their website. So you can definitely learn more there. I'm not seeing your contact information. Can you put it back on the chat or on screen? Thank you for the session. Okay, so my contact information is back here. It's on the screen now, but I will spell it out for you. It's millerbusinesscenter.tv is the website you would go to see this video when we finally put it up there. And my email address is my last name, DIVINCENZO at mcplibrary.org. So thank you so much for joining us this morning for this webinar. And I hope you have a great rest of the day, a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.